So we've seen them around a lot by now, and these are phones that can fold, but these are not just gimmicks anymore, not prototypes, not just foundational devices. These are real shipping and selling these days. But here's the thing, just because something can fold doesn't mean it has to. So we're going to talk about today about the Vivo X Fold 5, which probably is one of the best folding phones right now. But the problem is that people haven't heard about this one. But the bigger question is, should you even consider buying a foldable phone, especially a phone that costs about 1.5 lakh rupees? Hey guys, welcome to Fiiber. This is Cyrus, and in this video we'll be talking about the X Fold 5, the next generation fold that Vivo has launched. Now let's talk about the foldable philosophy. It comes with a promise. It's a phone that can turn into a tablet. It's basically a tablet that can fit into your pocket. So it's very dynamic. But the idea is not new. What's changed here is that we are getting to a point where foldables actually work. Because the X Fold 5 is much more lighter than before, it is water resistant and it is not fragile this time around. And even when you unfold this canvas, you get this 8.03-inch display, and suddenly your phone doesn't feel like a phone anymore. Because it is actually a workspace, a reading room, a sort of a movie screen right in front of you. But here's where the why gets answered. Let's talk about the who a little. Because foldables like this are meant for specific people. And if you are someone who likes working on their phone, like multitask, maybe reply to emails, edit documents, and even check a lot of the applications which are running simultaneously and don't want any background apps, want to see what's on the screen, this works perfectly. This could also be someone for people who read a lot, watch movies when they're going on flights, edit videos and photos on their phones. So the foldable screen, the big aesthetic, kind of gives them an advantage, and I think that's where foldables really come into play, and these people should consider a phone like this. But the thing is, with these devices, it's just not about power. It's about the possibilities that you can do with different applications. Because if you consider multitasking, yes, you require the adequate amount of power, and that's where Vivo has played it kind of tricky here. But yes, we'll talk about the processor and the application later. First, we should talk about this big screen here, because I have been using this phone for a while now, and honestly, I feel that maybe 10% of the entire time when I've been using this phone is when the big screen has come into play. Otherwise, the rest 90% I've been using just this display. Now let's talk about durability. Yes, Vivo has made this phone a bit tougher. It's water resistant, dust resistant, and also folds pretty well, feels solid in the hand. Now, there are a lot of conversation around the hinges, which Vivo has worked upon it, added more durability and made it stronger this time around. And I kind of feel that it is this time a finished product, but not that different from the previous iteration. If that's a deal breaker, well, tough luck. Because the thing is, I opened and closed this 100 times and it doesn't feel that it will like break apart. Yes, the hinge kind of shows the crease, because of which there might be a few complications maybe in the future, but I don't think it will be a problem maybe 5-6 years into play if this phone is still relevant at that time. And the best part is that Vivo has made this phone a bit slimmer, so it fits easily into the pocket. And yes, foldables are getting more compact, and Vivo has done a good job making sure that even the weight isn't that much in the hand. A big question here is, why did Vivo really keep the old chipset in a new phone? Because the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 previously, if this was 2024, I would say great job, you have given a tough processor. But in 2025, when the 8 Elite is ruling the roost, you still put an old chipset in a phone that costs about 1.5 lakh. Why would you do that? Well, here's the simple answer. Not only is cost cutting a priority for Vivo, they feel that 8 Gen 3 is ideal enough in terms of optimization, and also 16 GB of RAM kind of supports all of the applications and the processing power which you will need on this foldable device. So you're saving up on battery, you are getting all your applications running, you have high definition gaming. Even if you want to do that, the 8 Gen 3 is able to take it. So yes, it's not the most powerful chipset in the block, but it is powerful and it will get you through the day. Don't worry about it. Now, FunTouch OS might not be favorites for a lot of people. I feel that Vivo has done a bit of optimization and made it a bit cleaner than before, lesser bloatware, and especially on a premium phone, if you're getting FunTouch OS experience, I think it's not really a deal breaker. But if you are really adamant that you want pure Android experience, then I would say just stay away from this one. Now let's talk about the clever touches that Vivo has done this time around, because this one has a massive 6000 mAh battery inside of it, which by the way powers the big screen and the small screen a day and a half easily, and I feel that is decent. Plus you are getting bundled 80-watt charging, which for a foldable device is fast enough, so you get your charge in an hour easily. I think this is something good that Vivo does. Plus the camera tuning and the setup has changed indeed, and Vivo is saying that even on a foldable we are giving you flagship level experience. And I tried this camera, by the way, and I wasn't disappointed. And when you talk about foldables, I feel that this is indeed one of the best camera setups out there. Now it has been tuned by Zeiss. You get proper 3x optical zoom with this one. Yes, the megapixel count has been restricted to 50 megapixels for all of the sensors, which I feel is decent enough. I mean, it's a foldable phone, right? It's not meant to be a camera phone, but if you're getting a good camera on this, I think just adds value for what you're paying. Here are some of the samples which I clicked from this phone, and again I would say that I was impressed. Yes, the wide angles might not be as efficient as what you would see on the X200 Pro because it uses a similar sensor, but I think the software tuning is all over the place. The shots could have been better. However, I did end up using the rear HD selfie a lot for videos and my selfies, and that is a trick that regular phones cannot do, and that's the advantage that this one has. This shot of a busy New York intersection looks vibrant in this shot taken from the primary sensor, and Vivo has done a good job with the rear camera calibration. The colors and dynamic range are good. The ultra-wide shots I feel could have been better as there's slight color shift. However, I am able to capture a wider field of view, and that's one of the biggest pluses of this camera. This is a wide-angle shot of the Bay Area, and 3x optical zoom also keeps the shots crisp. 10x shots are also good, however, the 100x shots will blow your mind. Look at the sharpness in the texts. Low light shots are decent as well. The best part about this phone is the ability to shoot selfies with the rear camera. Yes, the selfies are much sharper and the colors come out great. Even the exposure is maintained and you get better selfies overall. You can even shoot videos in this mode, and this is a great feature to have for people who do a lot of vlogs. Overall, for a foldable phone, the camera is good. So I feel that this kind of is a finished product, and we really don't have to worry about its durability because Vivo has worked in that department. Yes, performance wise, you're getting a chipset that is from 2024, but in terms of performance, I don't think there is any compromise. Only if on paper you want like a 2025 processor. If you're that anal, then just stay away from this one. So here's the thing. Do you really want a phone that folds, or do you want a phone that folds and gives you more utility? That's the question you have to ask yourself before buying this one. And yes, this might be your next phone if you are looking to upgrade from slab phones, if you want something that is trending, something new age and just stands out. Because I would say this is no longer a gimmick. There is a lot of practicality that foldable phones bring to you. And if you are someone who has just been done with slab phones, want something extra, that extra taste, slab phones are really something that you should consider. And again, this is one of the cheapest, I'm saying one of the cheapest in terms of foldable phones you can get in the Indian market. So the Vivo X Fold 5, I think, should be on your list if you're looking for a foldable device. And talking about pluses, I can just go on because now it also has one of those function keys where you can use it to customize a lot of the settings. Yes, Vivo has thought about it, no alert slider here anymore. So in terms of utility, there's a lot going on here, but practicality wise, only go for a foldable phone if you will be using it. I mean, using this screen for all of the applications. Otherwise, just stay with your basics. So to conclude, I would give the Vivo X Fold 5 a solid 8 because to conclude, I wouldn't say that it's a radical overhaul or a big upgrade over the previous iteration, but I will still say that Vivo has kept it simple. They have focused on the basics and they've actually made foldable phones usable. And this one, well, it's actually usable. That's it for this video. Hopefully you liked it. Let us know in the comment section what you feel about foldable, specifically the X Fold 5. If you have anything that you need to know about this, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be back with more fun reviews and tech videos right here on Fiiber. Take care.